Hi everyone, I am Wafalango and welcome you all in Grammar in Detail. Today we have got another topic. Before starting this, if you have not subscribed the channel, so subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get some more videos about grammar. Let's start today's topic that is known as the ditransitive verbs. It is also pronounced detransitive verbs. It is one of the kinds of verb and we will be discussing it in detail when we will start the parts of speech where we will be discussing it in detail. But here our target is how you are going to change the detransitive or the ditransitive verbs from active voice into passive voice. So we have got another interesting subject which we will discuss today. Ditransitive verbs. One is mono, one is di. Mono means one in Greek and di means two. So di means two and transitive which can be changed from active voice into passive voice are called transitive verbs, and verb which shows an action, state, condition, etc. So detransitive verbs or ditransitive verbs definition is those verbs which need two objects. See, d means two, di means two. So those verbs which need how many objects? Two objects, and can be changed in passive voice into four ways. How many ways we can change them from active voice into passive voice? Into four ways are called the ditransitive verbs. So those verbs which need two objects and can be changed from active voice into passive voice in how many ways? Four ways are called the detransitive verbs or the ditransitive verbs. There are many ditransitive verbs, but some of them are written which we will change all of them from active voice into passive voice. The following are the ditransitive verbs: teach, send, sell, bring, buy, say, tell, ask, gift, write, show, give, pay, occurred, afford, but, bet, bring, deal, deliver, find, get, lose, mail, profit, promise, serve, set, wish, allocate, allow, call, catch, design, do, grant, guarantee, name, offer, quit, deny, make, purchase, spare, order, appoint, catch, cause, draw, and owe, read, refuse, render, supply, take, charge, drop, cook, earn, earned, permit, keep, leave, pass, take, serve, win, prescribe, lend, find, cut, bake, throw, cost, etc. are called the ditransitive verbs, and these are the verbs which can be changed from active in active voice into two ways and in passive voice into four ways. These we will be discussing. One thing we have learned in definition that those verbs which need two objects. Now are there two objects can be of different objects. One object will be called the direct object and the second one will be called indirect object. What is direct object? All non-livings are called direct object. Keep in your mind all non-livings. Non-livings can be which cannot grow, breathe and move objects, and the indirect object all livings. You will be discussing the all livings here are called indirect object. So indirect object means all livings and direct object means all non-livings. I'll give you an example how they need two objects and one direct and one indirect. If I say you over here a sentence that I say, suppose you teach me. Now a question arises, what do you teach me? Clear? So I again say that you teach grammar. Again a question arises, whom do you teach grammar? So one living object and one non-living. This living object me is called your indirect object and grammar is called your direct object. I will say this sentence together, I'll merge the two objects together, then I will say you teach me grammar. Now are there two objects are coming together. One is called the living object and one is called the non-living. If you go for the parts of sentence which I have delivered in my previous lectures, you will get object and extension of object. Our first object is an affected person, place or a thing, and extension of object which is also affected with the object, which gives extra information about object, that is called EOO, means extension of object. You say if I want to bring grammar first, means we prefer indirect object a lot, living things we prefer a lot. If you say no, I want to bring the non-living thing, then the structure of sentence will be changed. You'll say you teach grammar to me. Then we will take the support of preposition. Different prepositions will take different places, like to is there, for is there, from is there. In the same way, with is there. So different prepositions we will be using in our sentences. Clear? So see, you teach me, you teach grammar. Instead of saying these sentences, we'll say you teach me grammar, you teach grammar to me. So these are the two ways to change them from in active voice. You teach me grammar, you teach grammar to me. And this is the way to make the sentences of ditransitive verbs, which need one living object and one non-living. And if you want to bring the non-living first, we will be using them preposition like to me. Different verbs will take different prepositions with them. We will learn them in sequence. Main target, I hope you got that what do we mean by ditransitive verbs. So those verbs which need two objects and can be changed from active voice into passive voice into four ways are called the ditransitive verbs. Let's start. We will be discussing the first verb, how we are going to change it. This lecture will be quite prolonged and we will be having a lot of tenses and lot of verbs to be discussed. So first we will be changing the first verb into indefinite tenses, then continuous tenses, then perfect tenses, and then with modal auxiliary verbs. So my all lectures will be divided into parts, and there you will be getting them in sequence one by one. Ditransitive verbs in active voice and ditransitive verbs in passive voice, we will be discussing the first indefinite tenses, that is known as present indefinite, past indefinite, and the future indefinite tense. So first we have got the present indefinite tense simple sentences. He teaches me grammar. He teaches grammar to me. As I told you, living object will come first, non-living at the end. If you want to bring the non-living first, then you will be taking the support of a preposition like to me. So he teaches me grammar, he teaches grammar to me. We prefer living object a lot. If you want to say non-living, I'll prefer first, I'll bring it first. So you will take this help of preposition to. Like he teaches me grammar, he teaches grammar to me. In passive voice, how you are going to change the present indefinite tense sentences of a ditransitive verb from active voice into passive voice. I am taught by him grammar. I am taught grammar by him. Grammar is taught by him to me. Grammar is taught to me by him. See, first you will bring me, the living object, in place of subject, and in the second way again the living will come and places will be changed. By him will come first, grammar at the end, grammar first, then by him at the end, and after that you will bring the non-living object like grammar. Grammar is taught by him to me. By him will come first, to me at the end, to me at the beginning, and then by him at the end. So you will say I am taught by him grammar, I am taught grammar by him. Grammar is taught by him to me, grammar is taught to me by him. Negative sentences in which we deny this statement. He does not teach me grammar. Second way, he does not teach grammar to me. I am not taught by him grammar. I am not taught grammar by him. Grammar is not taught by him to me. Grammar is not taught to me by him. Interrogative sentences, we have those sentences in which we ask question, put queries. Does he teach me grammar? Does he teach grammar to me? Am I taught by him grammar? Am I taught grammar by him? Is grammar taught by him to me? Is grammar taught to me by him? Next we have got the formal sentences of present indefinite tense of ditransitive verbs from active voice into passive voice. Those sentences in which we ask question, deny the statement, and we ask them in a polite way. Does he not teach me grammar? Does he not teach grammar to me? Am I not taught by him grammar? Am I not taught grammar by him? Is grammar not taught by him to me? Is grammar not to me by him? Informal sentences in which we ask question, deny the statement, and we ask them in an informal way. Example is, doesn't he teach me grammar? Doesn't he teach grammar to me? And I taught by him grammar, and I taught grammar by him. Isn't grammar taught by him to me? Isn't grammar taught to me by him? So these are the sentences of present indefinite tense. Let's begin the past indefinite tense, how you are going to change them. The past indefinite tense simple sentences we have: he taught me grammar, he taught grammar to me, I was taught by him grammar, I was taught grammar by him, grammar was taught by him to me, grammar was taught to me by him. Negative sentences of past indefinite tense: he did not teach me grammar, he did not teach grammar to me, I was not taught by him grammar, I was not taught grammar by him, grammar was not taught by him to me, grammar was not taught to me by him. Interrogative sentences of past indefinite: he did not teach me grammar, did he teach me grammar, did he teach grammar to me, was I taught by him grammar, was I taught grammar by him, was grammar taught by him to me, was grammar taught to me by him. Next we have got the formal and informal sentences of past indefinite tense. Formal sentences we will discuss: did he not teach me grammar, did he not teach grammar to me, was I not taught by him grammar, was I not taught grammar by him, was grammar not taught by him to me, was grammar not taught to me by him. Informal sentences we have got: didn't he teach me grammar, didn't he teach grammar to me, wasn't I taught by him grammar, wasn't I taught grammar by him, wasn't grammar taught by him to me, wasn't grammar taught to me by him. Next we have got last indefinite tense, that is known as the future indefinite tense, the active voice and passive voice sentences of ditransitive verbs. Now 2 ways in active voice and 4 ways into passive voice we will be discussing. He will teach me grammar, he will teach grammar to me, I will be taught by him grammar, I will be taught grammar by him, grammar will be taught by him to me, grammar will be taught to me by him. Negative sentences we have in which we deny the statement: he will not teach me grammar, he will not teach grammar to me, I will not be taught by him grammar, I will not be taught grammar by him, grammar will not be taught by him to me, grammar will not be taught to me by him. Interrogative sentences we have those sentences in which we put queries: will he teach me grammar, will he teach grammar to me, will I be taught by him grammar, will I be taught grammar by him, will grammar be taught by him to me, will grammar be taught to me by him. These are the interrogative sentences. Formal and informal sentences we will discuss: will he not teach me grammar, will he not teach grammar to me. And passive voice: will I not be taught by him grammar, will I not be taught grammar by him, will grammar not be taught by him to me, will grammar not be taught to me by him. Informal sentences: won't he teach me grammar, won't he teach grammar to me, won't I be taught by him grammar, won't I be taught grammar by him, won't grammar be taught by him to me, won't grammar be taught to me by him. So these are the sentences of the ditransitive verbs from active voice into passive voice. First 3 tenses we discussed: the present indefinite, past indefinite, and future indefinite tense. Active voice you will be having 2 sentences. In passive voice there will be 4 ways to change them from active voice into passive voice. Hope you got today's lecture. Wish you best of luck. See you with next lecture with the next part. Goodbye.